Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 74 of our Enigmatica 6th Let's Play series, where today I want to go ahead and get us set up with a higher tier apiary for our bees. I kind of want to wrap up our bee production here and, finish that mod off essentially. Once we get up to a tier 4 apiary, I think we're going to be, at that point. So there's a couple things that we're going to want to do. First, we need to fix this endstone issue. There is what is known as I believe it's a beacon. If we look for resourceful bees, and beacon, yeah, the ender beacon. It consumes honey and it grants bees safety, prevents bees from teleporting in its effective range. So what we need to do is go ahead and get this thing set up. Now, the question then becomes with this, how much honey does it consume? And what's our best way for getting honey into this? And I think our best option is going to be our honeycombs, because we have a lot of our bottles of honey. We have a lot of bottles of honey. We're getting bottles of honey from our centrifuge. So if we can convert those into honey just for the beacon, I think we'll be okay. So I need some popped chorus fruit for this first off. I don't have that much chorus fruit now, do I? I did not realize that. Oh, wrong button. Okay. So if we go into our mechanism dude and we come here, we can, not all of it, and keep some of that, but we'll pop the rest of it. And then go ahead and make our purple blocks from our chorus fruit. And we need a beacon. There we go. Get it? It's a beacon instead of a... Oh, I need 5 of those. Son of a gun. Which means I'm going to have 3 extra. Not that I probably won't use them at some point, but... and then let's get our honey bottles. So if we look here, we have like 3,000 bottles of honey. And we can convert that into regular honey by doing something. Something item draining would do it. Nutritional liquefier will not. Oh, that'll convert it to a honey block. A honey bucket. We need liquid honey. We need to convert this back into liquid form. A magma crucible will do it. So if we convert this into regular honey and then use a magma crucible, it'll do the thing that we need it to do. But, like, okay. Calming, water breathing, fire resistance, regeneration. I don't... Do I need all of that? I need prevents bees from teleporting in effective range. They don't need really any of this. I guess calming would be nice. So as it stands, okay, so the way that this works, you can turn on your items. And, oh, you can just put bottles of honey right into this. I don't even need to convert it. So it looks like you turn on what you want it to do, and it will do the do. Essentially, it'll do the things that you want it to do. Ooh, that would look cool in our base. Too bad it only has a range of 10 blocks. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that would look cool just going straight up the center of our base. But if I place this guy... man, that range of 10 blocks is the limiting factor. Otherwise, I would have a... oh, those are slabs. That's going to be floating. I'd be able to have it over here with this, and I can just import or export bus honey into this. 1 millibucket a tick, and it should stop this dude from teleporting. Now what I need to do is wait for a bee to leave the hive, and then I'll be able to click this import button as fast as I can, because you can see all these other bees that are dripping means that they're ready to go into the hive and do their honeycomb thing. So we need to get honey bottles into this thing, and I don't want to go like crazy with it. We just need to keep honey in here. What is our best way of doing this outside of running a cable up and out. I could just run the cable behind the wall, I guess, and then export bus it from there. Oh man, but that's not like, this is only one thick, so that won't work there. I could run it underground up over there. I could set up another wireless network receiver over here if I really wanted to. or this is an option. We have tons. Let's go to our storage room. We have tons of ender chests that are yellow, yellow, yellow. We can just set an ender chest to get exported into, set this back there for our honey. What are you? Oh, you're our importer for that. So exporter here. This was an extra drawer that I tried to break with my axe earlier that didn't work. And so I completely forgot I left it there. Exporter, let's get you set up to export into this, and you are going to export honey. And I do not think you're going to need stack and or speed upgrades for that, so that's not too big of a deal. And you're going to fill up, and then we can come over to our ender beacon. Where'd you go? And then set up this ender chest right on the wall. And then get a logistical transporter. That should do it. If I can find them. You are universal. Oh, I need to take these chunks of stuff out too. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know. Oh, did I get these from the Ginny that I broke when I did that? I don't know. Or did I get it from the nether? I may have got it from the nether when I was chopping around in the nether, trying to find the easnium for occultism. Yeah, there we go. But we need to be able to pipe these back out. Because this is going to stack up. My goodness, this is... Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, I'll deal with that problem another day. At a later time. How about that? I'm probably going to switch this over and do the magma crucible thing to feed this in. Just feed it liquid in directly instead of doing bottles. That way I don't have to worry about item output. And I can just switch this over to an ender tank and have it fill. And that'll be the way to go. I think that'll be a better way to go. But it's not that big of a deal right now. It's full on power. It's only draining 1 millibucket a tick, and it is full here and here on what it can hold. So it'll be a while before we have to deal with that. But our ender bee should be in here somewhere. Probably inside of the apiary because I didn't unlock him. Yes, let him escape. And he should no longer teleport out of here and convert all of our base to stone. So now that we have him set up, I can go ahead and fix this. So let us work on our apiary, right? Question I have with the apiary is, how do I upgrade the apiary? Mainly because I don't want to make all these guys mad that I broke the apiary, because that would be highly unfortunate. Now this does have a calming effect. Does that mean if I break this, that won't super anger them and I can use it to upgrade them? We are going to find out, I guess. Fill the hole. Ooh, he tried to escape. Someone tried to dip. I'm not going in there because I don't want them to sting me. I am curious as to where that went. Oh, I got ender hoppered right into our inventory. Cool. So we have our apiary. So now what I'm going to do is pop up here and teach the system how to make all of the stuff that we are going to need for an apiary, because we are going to need a lot. Now, hives we have. Problem with these hives, I don't know if they are going to OR dictionary properly. So we will have to find out. We may just have to upgrade all of these to tier 5 right off of the bat. Or tier 4 hives, and then that way they can be used for the apiary. That may be something that we do, because you can see like the tier 3 hive. If I do a tier 2, it says we're missing one, but we definitely have one. And if I do this, we definitely have tier 1 beehives in here. Like, no joke, we now have 17 tier 2s. And see, these don't stack, even though they are the exact same. It's just they have NBT data, so, and you can't clear that out. So that's going to be tier 2s. Let's upgrade these to tier 3. So we're going to need some blocks of honey. And I don't know how many of these we're going to end up ultimately needing. So let's make like as much of those as we can. That was nickel, by the way. Not that we don't need, I mean, we don't need a lot of nickel, so I'm not too concerned about it. And that was 6 of the tier 3s. I'm just rough guessing how many of these we're going to end up ultimately needing. I could go through and count, but man, it's a lot of work. Honey block. It's this thing, honeycomb block. Oh, I don't have a lot of honeycombs. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, is that going to stop us? Wait, what? It can't be honeycomb blocks. Sir, excuse me. No, it is blocks of honey. There we go. I'm like, there is no way. Are you serious? Ugh. Because it retains the inventory there. So let's do this, 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 and this. And you can only pick up 16 at a time, which is the unfortunate part. I may end up creating a crafting recipe for that, because that's going to be a lot of work. And that's tier 4. You can go there. Oh my goodness, pick it up. Give me everything back. And bam, there we go. Sooty honeycomb blocks. So then the tier 3s get upgraded to tier 4. And that should be good. And then let's see what we need to do. Okay, so an apiary. Recipe for a tier 2 apiary is to make 2 tier 1 apiaries. So let's make a tier 1 apiary. That used all of those blocks of honey. Goodness gracious. All right. Recipe for you is this. I said I was going to teach the system how to make all this, but we're just winging it. We're doing it live because I just don't know exactly how much of everything we're going to end up needing, and I don't want to, go crazy here. All right, so tier 1 apiary recipe is this, so we can make that. And then a tier 2 apiary is this, which requires a tier 1. Okay. And then a tier 3 requires 2 tier 2s, which is going to require another 2 tier 1s. Yes, we're going to need 1, 2 of those. And we're going to need 2 of these, which is going to require more tier 4 beehives. See, you see how quick we needed the tier 4s? Hives. So I have 1 tier 4. We need to upgrade some of our tier 2s here. Which needs beeswax blocks. We have plenty of those. And it'll be easier for me to just do this. To do this. Oh my goodness, now we're out of honeycomb blocks. It takes a lot of work to get up to a tier 4 beehive, just saying. And recipe for you is the recipe for you, which is going to require some blocks of stuff. Okay, copper. Let's go ahead and dump all you in there. The usage of you is to make you. Bam. So we got 2 tier 2 apiaries. And then the usage of you is to make this, which requires 2 more tier 4 beehives. I'm telling you what, this is So 2 more tier 4 beehives. And I'm having a hard time even saying it. Yes, tier 4 beehives. If only. And then you. And then you. And then the usage of you is this. Okay, we got a tier 3. It's just going to require another tier 3. So we have to tier up all the way again. And then, yeah. Almost done. Almost done. So we're going to need a total of like all 8 of these as tier 3s. And we are out of honeycomb blocks again. This is why I stopped letting the system process all of this, because we have the resources, so it's not that big of a deal. But it lets us make these as needed. So there's 8 of those. Oh, we need more. Creeper or beeper, I guess. Recipe for you is that. Go ahead and make that. And those. Okay. And then you get made into a tier 1 apiary. And we are out of blocks again. The uranium is kind of the one I didn't want to use, but it is what it is. This going forward, I believe these tier 4 apiaries actually make blocks instead of these individual combs. So, you know, for future upgrades, it'll be nice, but we kind of don't need anything else in the future. Tier 1 apiary is going to be you, and then you guys are going to get converted into a tier 2, which is you and you, which is missing a tier 1. I thought I had another tier 1. Nope. Okay. Usage of you is a tier 1. You're missing honey blocks again, which we can craft on demand. What do I need? I need another tier 1. Is that what this is going to tell me? Yeah. Okay. And then you two are going to be combined into that. And then you two can get combined into a tier 3, which is going to be that, but it's going to require more hives, which we are out of. We only have 1 tier 2 beehive. This is a lot of like nano crafting, micro crafting. This is like expert pack level crafting for everything. Okay, tier 2 beehive. Usage for you is to make this to upgrade to level 3. And then you are going to go to level 4 if we request those. Okay. So that is one of the level 4s. We need another level 4 beehive. Do we have the ability to, excuse me, make a beehive? We do. And then upgrade that to a tier 1. Upgrade that to tier 2. Tier 3. It's going to require some more blocks. At least we don't have to go out and go hunting for this. The RGB is fine. Sorry, something just like all of a sudden got stuck in my throat. Hive, we need to upgrade you to tier 3. And then we are going to request craft for tier 4. Hello. Helps if I hit control and not shift. And then you are going to get upgraded to a tier 3, which is you and you. Sorry. You are going to do that to get to tier 3. And then you are going to do that to get to tier 4. And we just need 2 more tier 4 beehives. Comb. Oh, and we are out of regular honey. Can I use... Come on. Get out of here, buddy. No, you can't use any honey. You have to use... Oh, man. All right, I need to go then and find 2 beehives. That shouldn't be too hard, right? We have a forest right over here. Sometimes there's beehives floating in the water too, so I'm like keeping an eye out there. But we have a... Look, there's one. Any bees in here? There are. You're going to be mad at me. That's fine. I will leave you alone. So there was one and another. Just so we can get this done. Should grab one of these like emus and put it in our base. Someone suggested that I put wild animals in our base, and I definitely want to. Hey, look, we have an astral temple right outside of our new base too. We have about 40 astral temples outside of our old base, but this one is perfect for when we get into astral, which may be next episode actually. I haven't decided which route I want to go. If I want to do astral or if I want to do... What kind of bee are you? Oh, you're the RGB. Astral or Eidolon? Astral... Well, they both have their own perks. Anyway, continuing on with this. That's you. Oh my goodness, I had bee nests in my inventory. I'm like, am I duplicating these? How is this happening? I have nests in my inventory. I didn't even need to do that. Well, hey, you know what? They never told me I was the best YouTuber. They just said I was the greatest. So that's tier 4s and tier 5. Do that again. Or I'm sorry, that was tier 3. This is tier 4. And this all better have been worth it because it took half an hour episode to be able to get all of this done. Tier 4 apiary. What do you get me? Give me some quests. Give me some rewards. I just realized all these quests probably gave me a lot of the resources I needed to get this done. You gave me stuff. You gave me more stuff. The bees went on strike because they wanted more honey and less working flowers. Quit pollen my leg. Claustrophobia intensifies. Legendary bee box, epic Oreos. And these are upgrades for our apiary. We can actually... What do you take to make? What are those upgrades from? They're right here. This is breeding upgrade, and these are emerald storage upgrade, which requires us to tier up. This probably wouldn't be a bad idea to make, simply because we're going to be producing combs faster. So, yeah, let's go ahead and try it and see what happens. I should have bookmarked it too, because now I'm going to have to search resourceful upgrades. Here you go. So this is the iron, which requires to make a storage, and then we have the iron tier, gold, diamond, and emerald. And since I didn't put any of those into my inventory, none of the quests auto-completed, which is the way the cookie crumbles. So I'm just going to have to make all this again. Good thing we are flush with resources, you know? There's iron. There's gold. I only did these because I wanted the quest to complete. And then there's emerald. Okay. So, bees. How do you do? How do you place? You place facing that direction, which is slightly unfortunate. But if I do this, if I lock that, now it should place that direction all the time, right? Yeah. So if I am quick about this and I break that, place that, should be good to go. And there we go. Bees are going in. We can go ahead and do this. We got an emerald upgrade. All the bees are in here. They're all happy. And just to demonstrate how this is going to work, let's break that. And I'm going to bottle this because it does work, and it requires no power. So let's see what happens. Let's just go crazy. Check it out. Now we're making blocks of bees, hive stuffs. Absolutely fantastic. So what we can do is actually turn this guy back on and let him ignore redstone signal, which means he'll start processing all this stuff. And then we're going to switch all these over from their comb versions to their block versions, because I don't foresee the need for any blocks anymore. Ender bee went in there. Now you, ender bee blocks, make a 50% chance for 9 ender pearls. That's not bad at all. Because if you remember, I broke the enderman spawner that we previously had set up in our base. Yes, I did. And I don't have any way to get ender pearls anymore. Not that we are hurting for ender pearls. We have like 300, but I would like more. Just, you know, just because I want more so we can have more to do stuff with. But yeah, that is our bees. So we got our beacon set up, and wow, what is going on? Oh my goodness. Okay, the glass bottles is a bigger issue than I thought it was going to be. That burnt through a lot of that honey, didn't it? Wow. So maybe the calming effect is not needed anymore, because they should all be pretty calm by now. I don't think that we're going to need that. You are filling back up on your honey, and you are just draining away. I thought you weren't going to be that fast, but turns out you are. So we need to get this piping honey into it. So let's do that real quick. In our storage, we do have honey in here. So what we can do is convert. Yeah, you're honey. I don't remember what color you are. I think you're orange. So what we could do is change this exporter to be in fluid mode of honey. And we can set up the magma crucible. Do we have a magma crucible already? We do not, but we can set up a magma crucible to pipe in our honey bottles, export honey into this guy, and then you can just export it right back out. But then any excess honey will go into our black hole tank. So that is what I'm going to do starting now, and we'll see where we end up. So let's do this. Okay, so we have a tin gear, then we have a machine frame, and we have Invar gear, 2 of those, and this guy, and we have a magma crucible. This is going to go in here because this is an automated, just run forever process. We don't need to do anything special about it. Now, where do I want to put this is the question. So we're going to need to have this guy. You are set only for those. So we can do this here. Let's get a logistical power cable, the universal cable. Yes, you. Here. So you start getting power. And we are going to have a... I guess we're going to have to do an interface so that we can access only one side of this. I could do the top too. I guess it doesn't really make too much of a difference, but that's okay. Interface with a crafting card in it. But so what it's going to do is export honey bottles. Or no, honey blocks. Yes. Oh, you know what? This is unable to do liquids. Oh, importer. You can import liquids? Yes, but where are you going to import to? Nowhere. Okay, so actually we need to have a ender tank. Ender tank, orange. Hey, I already had one set up from when we had our bees centrifuge going on. So that's that, and we are going to just do a exporter of honey blocks. And you know how to make those, which is good. And we need a crafting card. And I'm surprised I've never taught the system how to make this, but at the same time, I still haven't taught the system how to make hoppers. So yeah, and refined crafting upgrade. Make everything you can, and I'll make everything you can't. Wrong button. The system doesn't even know how to make crafting tables, so I'm not doing too good on that, am I? Okay, so you are going to get your exporter, boop, and you are going to export honey blocks, boop, and you can have a crafting upgrade, my good sir. You're going to go in there. You're not going to be the fastest in the world, but you will work. Get a mineral plank back because I accidentally took it. Okay, so you are going to auto input from the back. Yes, and then you are going to auto output to the top. And you are going to be set to receive mode. Is that correct? Auto output to the top. I'm going to have to pipe this, aren't I? Mechanical pipe. And then you. And then we are going to set you to boop mode. We're not going to do that. Yes, good. It's not rendering for whatever reason, but it did pull into the honey block. So then we can go over to our, let's get an ender tank. We're going to make this orange, orange, orange. Wool, orange. I don't have any orange dye. Pestle. That and that. And then ender tank. Almost done here. Set this there. Grab that. We need a mechanical pipe. Good. Pop over here. All this because I didn't want to deal with having to route cables to import the bottles. And I could have even just put a white ender chest here and had an import bottle, you know, pull out of here and do that. But you know what? I don't care. So then you should be able to get honey from here, right? You'll start filling up eventually. I hope and pray. I'll keep an eye on it. It should start filling up. That's my theory anyway. I don't know what I have these bees for. Oh, I got these bees from, oh, I got an obsidian bee. Let's import you. Import, oh, not fast enough. All right, I'm going to go ahead and import these bees. And then, yeah, that's wrapping up point. So if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.